Instead of leaving a cloud of dust in the air and on the vehicle, it's the pad that holds it all in.
How and when to compound and polish your paint.
Hi, I'm Ivan.
I'm Nick.
This is DIY Detail. This vehicle may look nice from there, but from here, it's far from nice.
There are times when you are fine with it looking nice from 10, 15 feet away.
Right.
There's other times when you want to get rid of the scratches and the residue left over from who knows what. It could look like water spots. Of course we don't just polish paint. We wash, we decontaminate. Those are different steps here, but we really want to dive deep into this paint and how we bring out the most gloss.
Right. Now, to bring out the most gloss, in this case, we need to be a little more aggressive than we normally are. So we're going to be using our gold standard compound with the dual action machine, but finishing with the rotary.
It's a two-step. It's sort of new to our system if you've been following us for years. We released the compound and people are sort of wondering, okay, you've been talking about just a polish for a long time. Now you've got this compound. When do I use it?
Well, you don't need to use the compound and the polish will do the job. But if you want to be a little quicker, a little faster, the compound is there to help you. The reason we came out with a compound was for our professional detailers, but even those of you at home that aren't professional detailers can get some use out of the compound. Now, we could have cut with our rotary wool pad and the rotary and finish with the rotary. That's a great way of doing it as well. But we actually want more cut to get more cut. The DA with the wool pad does a better job. We've done test spots, and as you can see here, we did a test spot with the rotary followed by the rotary, and another test spot with the DA followed by the rotary, and the DA followed by the rotary accomplished a lot more cutting. Now, this is something you're going to do once in the lifetime of the vehicle. You're not going to be doing a deep dive compound and wool pad cut frequently on a vehicle because you are removing clear coat.
The test spot's something you're gonna have to do at home. And as much as I want to give them the plug and play way to do this, Ivan, why should they do the test spot at home versus just do it exactly the way Ivan did on this particular vehicle?
Every paint is different. Every vehicle reacts differently. You could have two of the same model that will react differently. Do a test spot.
And what are we looking for in the test spot? If we're gonna be going to the compound in the first place, what's the why?
The satisfaction of the results. Are you getting the results you want? Start with the least aggressive. We actually did a small test spot using just the polish. It was shiny, it was glossy, it was great, but the defects were there, and the owner of this vehicle wants us to remove the defects. They don't care about the integrity of their paint. They don't care that we might be compromising it a little bit by being aggressive. They want it to look great at the show. As always, we start with a clean, damp pad. To clean the pad, I'm going to spray on some rinseless wash. And the first time I'm going to spray a little more than I normally would, just to make sure it's nice and damp. Run it up against the pad washer. Spin it out at full speed, and then add 3 drops of compound. Now this is too thick of a formula to spray. The geodesic shape of our abrasive combined in the gel allows it to cut incredibly well, quickly, without dust and without getting everywhere. And it's compatible with the gold standard polish. So I'll be doing the cutting step with the DA. Nick will be following behind with the rotary to jewel it up. You can already see a marked difference between here and there. And you'll notice there's hardly any compound residue. The whole goal is that the pad is taking paint off the surface, but also keeping the compound off the surface with no dust. Now, Nick, I got a little bit of a head start on you. Half the roof is done, so you can do the jeweling on half the roof.
I know how to polish, Ivan, but now I'm thinking of removing DA haze. Is there a different approach to the jeweling as a second step?
3 passes.
Not
Left,
2.
Left, right, up, down, left, right.
Same thing, speed
Yep.
1, got it.
Instead of leaving a cloud of dust in the air and on the vehicle, it's the pad that holds it all in. And when we're cleaning our pad, we're gonna release this. And when you're compounding, the dust doesn't come from the compound. It actually comes from all the clear coat you're removing.
Ivan, folks might think it's a little crazy that you can use our gold standard compound followed by the polish and not have to wipe it off in between steps.
They're designed to work together. We like efficiencies. So I'm gonna spot the middle here up to the edge of this so we can repeat the place exactly. We have 87 microns. That's not a lot of paint. I don't want to be removing a lot of paint either. Before I polish this area, let me grab a corner here. So I've got 136 microns. I'll measure around that area. Between 130 and 136 in this general area. We'll compound, we'll see what we end up with. Now 129, 130, 128. So on average, we've taken about 5 microns off of the paint in one quick little pass. So be careful.
Three easy overlapping passes with the jeweling pad, the rotary. This is just about my favorite combination in all of polishing. No pressure on the pad, keeping it flat, wanting those even half circles to tell me that this pad is doing exactly what it has been designed to do. You can kind of work up into corners nice and easy again. Just no pressure, weight of the machine. This is the most easy zen polishing you'll ever do. And I'm just making sure with 3 overlapping passes that whatever Ivan has inflicted in the paint in terms of a pattern, we're smoothing that out and bringing out the gloss.
Resist the urge to put more compound on the pad. You don't need more. It's not going to help you. If you start seeing dust like I have here, definitely time to stop. Polish residue and the clear coat residue is being removed by the pad, and when you start seeing dust, that's because your pad is dried up and you're not cutting anymore. When compounding a vehicle, cleaning your pad is essential.
And polishing your vehicle, cleaning your pad is essential.
Yeah, but compounding is even more in-depth. This is after one pass with the compound. Yes, it's going to be gray and hazy. That's where Nick comes in. This is before. Doesn't take a lot to get the results you need.
Ivan, as I'm finishing up the front fender, I walked around to move my cord, and what I said, we had to censor for the cameras.
Yes.
I wasn't ready for the gloss that I saw up there, and we haven't even protected this thing. We haven't even added a product to boost the shine in the gloss.
No, all we have is pure unadulterated paint.
So can we two-step cars more often then? Because this looks ridiculous.
Yeah, it really does have a nice deep gloss and shine to it, but it took us a little more time than it normally does.
Yes, it did.
What do you think, Nick?
I'm swimming in the gloss, Ivan. What do you think?
We can make it glossier.
We could always make it glossier. I'm just wondering, first of all, tell me what your plan is, and second of all, tell me your why.
Why? I'll tell you the why first.
Okay.
They asked us for the glossiest we could produce, and the how is we did a two-stage compound and polish. Now we're gonna do C6 app, which we know increases the gloss, and finish it off with Envy ceramic detail spray.
So we could do C6 app and we could coat. But
Right.
we're instead going to use Envy. Envy is a robust product that will
Yeah.
give us lots of durability and even more shine.
More shine, more gloss. That's what they want. That's what they're getting. With app, I've got 3 little drops on my pad, low speed, just enough to maintain backing plate rotation, and we apply it everywhere to the paint. Then I think you have a app removal towel.
I do, hold on. Ivan, this is Nick's favorite app removal towel, is it not?
Yes, it is.
And Nick's favorite glass towel?
I believe so.
And Nick's favorite wax removal towel?
Yes,
How is it so many things?
it's a very versatile towel.
The beautiful twist loop structure of this towel makes it uniquely excellent at cleaning glass, especially interior windshields. It also safely grabs and helps to remove the adhesion promoter polish. So no pressure whatsoever on the towel. I like to use 2 towels, Ivan. One for that initial pass, the other for that streak-free shine.
And it gives your both hands something to do.
Absolutely. Ivan, you've only been rocking 3 drops on the red pad.
So far, yep.
How many drops does someone at home tend to use when they reach out and say, hey, I'm having issues?
3 on the pad, but replacing the 3 drops every couple panels, whereas I've done the hood, the front, this fender, half of the other side, with only 3 drops.
So what's wrong with 3 drops per application? Why is too much product an actual issue?
More is never better in detailing, trust me. But if you put too much more, you're gonna go through a couple of Nick's favorite app towels. There's a little bit of ceramic in this, so too much is not gonna help you. We're not trying to do a ceramic coating here. We are trying to deep clean the paint. That's what we're doing. The ceramic coating is just there to lock the paint in the open state for the next product to really bond in to the paint. As long as you're leaving a trail behind, no need to apply anymore.
We talked about increasing the gloss with just adhesion promoter polish, Ivan. I think we achieved that.
Yes. While Nick is finalizing wiping off the adhesion promoter polish, we have a couple options that are offered to us here. First, we could apply a wax. Our show-winning wax is definitely gonna amp up the gloss, slickness, all of that fun stuff. And we can apply it by hand or by machine. The other thing, and what we're gonna be using today, is Envy ceramic detail spray. Now again, we could apply it just like a ceramic coating. A couple sprays on the applicator, work it in like a ceramic coating. And this is also a great way of practicing for ceramic coating. if you feel you need practice. Then, once about 50% of it has flashed, to clear, we take a towel and bang.
Can we talk about increased longevity? I mean, we've polished, we've panel prepped with the app, actually a much more robust panel prep step.
Right.
And then applying NV ceramic sealant this way, it's got to be more longevity this way than just, I've cleaned the car, the paint is wet, I spray and wipe.
Oh, definitely more longevity. Now, applying it like I just did with the applicator, that's going to get a lot more longevity than just a spray and wipe application.
Yep.
But we have another way of even amping up the gloss, one more step, and even adding more longevity. That is the same tool, but with a nice, clean, fresh pad. I'm going to start with 3 sprays on the pad.
Wait, another pad?
Yeah.
Now this is a clean pad. It's not dampened with this wash.
No, this is a clean, dry pad.
That's not the same one from app either.
No, not the same one. I've washed the app when it's drying. We have a clean, dry pad that I put 3 sprays on. 3 is too many, but I need to work it into the pad a little bit. And you'll see that here. Low speed, just enough for backing plate rotation. And what I'm doing in this section is actually just spreading it on the pad more than anything else. I want to keep working it till it's almost clear. That way Nick will have a lot less to wipe off. In conjunction with the adhesion promoter polish, the action of the tool, the NV will last a lot longer this way and give us even more depth of shine, gloss, and slickness.
I mean, are we polishing more? Is this like our 4-step polish?
I'm using a polishing tool. Is it really polishing? Probably not. The red pad does have a bit of abrasion to it, but in this instance, there's hardly anything. You notice I haven't added more to my pad because I'm going to keep going until I need to add more.
Does reactivating the app negate the app step by using a machine tool afterwards?
We're not reactivating the app. When you wiped it off, Nick, there was no app left.
So it was in the paint at that point?
Yes. Well, no, it's removed everything from the paint. That's the whole goal of app. It's taking everything away. That little bit of ceramic that's in the adhesion promoter polish is set as soon as you put it on there. It's not giving any gloss, it's not giving any slickness. It's just enough to hold the pores open for the next step. Wow. Yeah, I just looked back and said, "Ooh, what happened there?"
That's pretty glossy.
Yeah, so a lot more gloss. Yeah, wow. Yeah, a lot more gloss.
Ivan doesn't often surprise himself.
Yeah.
But he's pretty happy, and that's how I know it. We did something special here today. We're laughing because we normally wouldn't do a 4-step.
No, we wouldn't normally do this, but hey, we've been asked for it, and we like to answer all your comments on YouTube. We have a Facebook group that we ask people, what video should we make? And this was one of the suggestions. Because we want to meet you where you are. We want to satisfy you. You're our customer. You're our friends. We don't want to make videos just for us to watch them. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of time to make these videos. So if we're going to make them, we might as well make them for what you guys want.
Totally.
How's the slickness on wipe off, Nick?
It's good. I'm just taking my time. I'm doing 2 towels.
Yeah. What, you're not using Nick's favorite app towel, glass towel, wax towel?
Well, I already had it with app in there.
towel?
I had it with app in there, so I didn't want to cross-contaminate because I'm a detailer, so I overthink things. So I like my 2 towels. At first, I kind of feel like I moved a lot of it around.
Yeah.
And the second one, kind of knocked it down. Flip the side with the Freebird 400. There it is. There it is. Let's go. Let's go. Awesome.
Nick, you might actually want to work a slightly larger section.
Okay.
Meaning, wipe it down, get it leveled, then come back a few seconds later, let Mother Nature take some of that evaporation away for you.
I can do that.
So you're not overworking yourself.
I like that. So just kind of don't stress about it. Give it a quick wipe.
Yeah. Because the machine application method does use a little more product. Not that much more, but And I did the whole half of the roof.
Okay. You're right, by giving it a second and coming back and wiping later, I wasn't wiping 3 times, I just had to wipe once.
Right. Cool. Let the product work for you.
What was that move, Ivan?
Instead of stopping, I can just keep going. Just add a little bit to the surface. Whether I add it to the pad or to the surface, it ends up in the same place.
And how many passes with Envy?
Just to work it in, so 2 or 3 passes. But very quick. It's like app. It's not a long process in any way, shape, or form. When I see that I'm not leaving any behind, I'll just pick up a little more, carry on.
I'm gonna give it a second, like Ivan suggested. I did my initial wipe. I'm not gonna go right after. Why use more energy than I have to? My second Freebird 400. Lightly wipe. I'm not seeing any residue left behind. This is way easier. Yeah, that's way easier.
Now, Nick thinks I'm going over the car to inspect, but in reality, I'm just feeling the towel on the surface.
How does it feel?
It is so slick. That is amazing. In good muscle car tradition, Nick is making the tires nice and glossy.
This is one of those where it might be time for 2 coats of tire lotion.
Yeah, we already had 1 coat on there.
There's a long story involving this wheel. We did a separate video on it, and we dressed it, but then we went ahead and washed it again, so it looked a little less poppy than the other one, so I'm like, let's just get them all 1 more coat of tire lotion, which I don't think we've ever done on the channel. But let's make sure nothing on this vehicle detracts from its just head-turning shine. I don't know, Ivan, could you take this to a show and win an award, you think?
You definitely should take it to a show.
A muscle car show? I don't know, it just feels like something that should be on display. It looks so nice.
Now, while you're there, Nick, and you have the brush in your hand, the lower body side moldings, the splitter at the front, they could definitely benefit.
Like all this plastic down here? At this point, leave nothing.
No stone unturned.
Yeah. And it's pretty easy to get right up onto the edge with our tire lotion brush. But I'm gonna take a towel after this and just go right along the edge, along the paint, just to make sure if I went over.
Nick, a little tip.
Yeah.
Open the door. That way you won't have to wipe afterwards.
Oh, Ivan.
You know, Nick, we have polished the car 4 times. It's only logical we do the tires twice.
So Ivan, what do we attribute this amazing gloss and shine to? Is it the cut? Is it the rotary finish? Is it the adhesion promoter polish? Or is it Envy ceramic detail spray?
All 4 combined. You know, the more steps you do, the more gloss you're gonna get to a point. Now you saw that just in a little bit of cutting, a couple passes, I took 5 microns off. That's a lot of paint. So the compound is very, very active. It does cut a lot of paint. Those little geodesic spheres do a lot to cut the paint and maintain that cut. But at the same time, just 1 little pass with the rotary and you had amazing gloss.
I can't wait to see this outside.
Yep.
I can't wait to edit this video so I can just stare at the paint and enjoy the transformation. Folks, if you're curious about transforming paint and you don't want to do 2 steps, you're like, what can I get out of just this gold standard polish, 1 pad, 1 machine? You can get some pretty amazing results, but don't take our word for it. Check this video out, right here.